Alright, moving on. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't really see why they would put Fist of the North Star and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on the same list. I mean, of course I would not put JoJo's on the list if I could put Fist of the North Star on the list, just because they're so similar in badassery and action and over-the-top violence. And, obviously JoJo took a lot of inspiration from Fist of the North Star. But since this is supposed to be a rough guide to manga for Americans, obviously I would put JoJo over Fist of the North Star, just because of the fact that it's more readily available for the consumer. So that's what I have to say about that. Also, it's a great action series that any man worth his weight in his own testicles should read through. Next up, Knights of the Zodiac. This is not only a great series in how much it established in the shonen stories with the tournament style fighting and the regular power-ups with cool new armor and stuff, but it also did a lot for a lot of other manga writers, such as like Tai Kubo, who inspires a lot of his designs for new Zanpakutos and stuff off of Knights of the Zodiac and the kind of weapons and moves that they use. And then also the writing team Clamp actually got started drawing sort of fan fiction manga based on characters from Knights of the Zodiac. So it does have a bit of significance in its roots in other ways. Lone Wolf and Cub, single greatest samurai story ever written. Every other samurai story that came after it, which is pretty much all, take some sort of root from it, and it's definitely worth reading just to have that understanding behind you. Next up, Love Hina. Well, it's supposed to be a really great harem sort of manga, which is essentially there's one boy who's constantly surrounded by other girls, and it's supposed to be very good, and it's even won, I think, some awards like the Shogakukan Manga Award. Next up, Love Roma. I have no idea about this series. It's supposed to be only 5 volumes long, and it's supposed to have sort of unique artwork style to it, which I guess is why they included it, but honestly it seems too short. Let's see, Lupin the Third, another great series that has captured everyone's heart, but again, it's even though it's I think 14 volumes long, it's definitely hard to get a hold of because it's been out of print for quite a long time. Naruto. I mean, people are gonna. The only excuse I can put about Naruto is, I mean, it's out of 50, so you knew it was gonna be in there somewhere. So whether you like it or not, there it is. It definitely holds a place for just how popular it has become and how much, and it also is also a set standard in modern shonen storytelling, at least currently. I mean, you can say what you want to about Naruto, but if I had to put in writing between the two big threes, I would put, of course, One Piece up here, then Naruto, then Bleach, as it is currently. I mean, Naruto is picking up really good, and it also already had good writing, decent writing to begin with, as opposed to Bleach, which is just an excuse to fight in sword duels. And then next up, Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind. One of the only mangas that Hayao Miyazaki actually did, and he's the guy that is sort of like the Stanley Kubrick of anime films. He goes like 10 years not making a film, and then all of a sudden he makes one, and then everybody has to go see it because it's friggin' Miyazaki. And again, this is yet another manga series that is not really available to people, so good luck trying to find all 6 of them. Oh My Goddess. Now, I don't know why they had to put Love Hina and Oh My Goddess on the same list, because they're both harem mangas, and Oh My Goddess has a lot more history behind it than Love Hina. And also, fortunately enough, Oh My Goddess is getting a second edition, I think, being printed out, so it is readily available to the masses to pick up and read. Next, One Piece. one of the most probably the most well-written shonen story title being written right now. And if you don't, and it's pirates, and if you can imagine Mr. Fantastic if he was more badass and actually fought more often, that would be One Piece. Paradise Kiss. I saw a few episodes of the anime, and it seemed sort of cool. And it's great that they put some shoujo titles on here to balance it out and not make it such a sausage festival. But Paradise Kiss, I think, is like only 4 volumes long, and it just doesn't seem like it's that long enough to really get the sort of drama that a shoujo manga series is supposed to have, I think. But they put it on here and whatever. Peach Girl. Now, that's a more respectable title, I think, because Peach Girl actually does go on for, I think, 18 volumes, which that is a pretty decent amount. So, and it actually does get sort of dramatic, I hear, later on in like volume 8 or something, where they actually, I think, there's something in there about rape. I don't know. It's supposed to be good. Phoenix. Well, I already explained Phoenix, so moving along. Ranma Half. Alright, we got Rumiko Takahashi's plug in here, and why not? It's one of the most well-written, lighthearted romance comedies, and she was also at one time the richest woman in all of Japan, and she's written more series than any other female manga writer has ever written by themselves. Rose of Versailles, often heralded as the single greatest shoujo manga ever written. But, of course, it was never licensed in America, so why on earth would you put it in a list that is supposed to be geared towards people in America? That's why you put it in English, are going to be reading. So I don't get it. Next, Slam Dunk. Takehiko Inoue is another truly great manga writer, and while I do love his Vagabond and his Real series, I also do have fun reading Slam Dunk which is about basketball, if you can't tell by the obvious title. But I still really have yet to see the actual charm and uniqueness that comes with what he put in there, because this is supposed to be a very well-respected and popular series that has stood decades since it's been written. So I still am up in the air about what the real appeal is about it. And then To Terra. And now we got a real great sci-fi entry into the list here, other than Galaxy Express, which is not really available. So thank you, Vertical, for giving us that. And also it showed a lot of great things being done with paneling that we'll see in the next part. See you guys later.